1.5 here. Great. We'll shove this. Nah. And an ace comes. No value to be betting here against a 6. We chop with all 7s. We obviously don't pick up value against a draw. Could have a 4x. I think he could definitely check a lot of those hands as well. 7x is the same hand. Fair enough. Maybe we should have raised turn. That's it. Range. Interesting to see a don't see a 1/3 ISO or anything. It's absolutely fine. But if we see 1/3 ISOs now, we would probably want to folding the 10-9 off. Nip stab from 7.25 on Queen 6-2. So not too much Queen X in our opponent's range. We're definitely not folding. I don't love min raising and getting shoved on. It feels like it could be some wide hands, but King of Diamonds is pretty good for us. Again, very little King X in offsuit in our opponent's range. Flushes. I wonder if we're supposed to donk here, honestly. But maybe we just want to cool down. Alright, another king comes. A value bet or do we want to check? Don't know, John's answer. I think I'm going to go for a bet ourselves. Rep 3-4, rep 3-5. I'm going to go 3/4 here. It's big sizing. I'm hoping like Jack 9 actually gets convinced to call there, thinking that we wouldn't bet a 6x that size. Yeah, one of those really efficient. I'm going to do a lot of top pairs. 10-9 is off his borderline call versus 4x, so I guess versus true 1/3. Use 3.3x, it might be decent-ish / borderline. Oh, okay, fair enough. Probably pure fold versus pop, of course. Big flopper. He's back. Ball guy ran into aces. Now he's running into the ace 9. Given that he flats here, we're going to give him probably not a spin, full-time spin player. You wouldn't typically see much flatting from MBB there. Really interesting flop decision for us. Do we want to bet or not? Now we can have all the overpairs, we can have all the value. Really tough to do a sizing, because if we bet half pot, we kind of are committed a little bit. So, but if we don't, if we check, kind of never have the overpair. What do we want to do here, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to check. I would be very happy about betting that too sometimes, but I think against the big blind range, it's not going to get many folds. Small blind range we definitely might. Now smaller comes out and I'm going to start with a call. And a disaster. I was going to say we beat a lot of flushes. Flush draws. I would have possibly called on some other rivers. I think the range that should flat, but typically flats from the small blind is very specific and typically isn't going to be interacting with 8x. The fact that he shoved that river is actually, I think, a good sign for our call on the turn, because I don't think that any of the value hands on the turn shove that river. The 8x, for example, if it maybe has 8-7 suited or something in flats, that would be yeah, I think that would be good. Should we try a limp here? We're going to just see if we can make it work rather than folding. A bit dicey, but we'll give it a go. Oh, I bet. He's missed. He's missed. If he hits it, must have hit. I guess king. In French we say "c'est gagné, c'est GG." He won, therefore he played well. GG. Very, very accepting language and nation. Bugaboos in the house. Sup? How are we? Always a pleasure, Mr. Adrian. Doing well, mate. We're going to jam the A7. We're going to win. It's going to be great. I'm feeling confident. Happy. King 7 of hearts. 7 of clubs. Woohoo! Again, we're working on it. We're working on it. Oh, if I actually knew it was King 7 of hearts. If I just said King 7 suited. So close. What a shame. So, what do we know about Big Flop? He probed and he flattened a small blind. He probed and barreled. He shoved over my limp stab, and that's about it. And with 4.5 big blinds effective, so not tons of, not likely to be facing tons of flop decisions. Seems like he's got a pretty good grasp of pre-flop at least. Not seen any particular blow up yet. But we'll keep an eye out, see if something comes up. We'd be delighted. Or any overfolding, over shoving, anything like that. That's going to be pretty good. Credit to him for not getting tempted by the limp. It's very tempting. I'm going to imagine, again, always give a label. As soon as you see something unorthodox, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're a bad player. People often get quite, I can imagine, competitive about, oh, why are you giving me a bad label? No, you just used an unorthodox sizing, and I went, we'll find out. Thank you very much, old Max something. Hope you're doing well. Pleasure to see you. Okay, blinds have gone up. We have 10-3 off on the big blind against quite an active player so far. I don't think they've folded many hands yet, which can't guarantee anything, but from a Bayesian inference, we can say probably they're more likely to be playing a wider VPIP in a lot of spots. They limp stab pot here. Okay, let that go as well. So we'd quite like to have some hands. I think we will end up getting this in regardless of what they do, just because of that VPIP as well that we already talked about. It's pretty close regardless. Had they been a bit tighter, we might have folded this, but I think with their activity, we're getting in. They have ace-8, which is obviously a very reasonable shove, and they're always going to shove that, but I don't know how wide the range will be. And nice hand, sir, nice hand. Win. That says, happy birthday and best wishes to the Frau. Make sure you get her a nice gift. Ah, I forgot. Probably just a Twitch. You'll probably just enjoy, because I said, you know, what sort of coach you send me some hands. Now she's really interested in starting spins, by the way. So one of her birthday presents, legitimately, and I forgot about this, one of her birthday presents is a $50 bankroll, which she's convinced me she's going to spin up. And I've given her some very basic bankroll management opportunities, some rules. I said, you're playing with 100 buy-ins, so start at 25 cents. If you make $50, you can move up to $1. If you have ever less than 50 buy-ins, you move down. Nice and easy. But she's like, I want to play. But she's like, I've picked up stuff. I know, I've watched some of your streams. I know how to play. I would fold this, I'd call this. And then you realise just how unbelievably difficult it is to go from not playing spins to not playing poker, rather. You know what I mean? So like, she had 3 pairs the other day, and it's like, it's really sweet. You know when new players play, some of you may be more familiar with this than others, but I've got 3 pairs. What does that mean? That's exciting. She's like excited about having 3 pairs, and you're like, sorry, you just been counterfeited. You have a terrible hand now. No, I've got 3 pairs. Yeah, it's useless. It's a terrible hand, and she's like really disappointed. Anyway, but she reckons it won't take long until she was like, I reckon I could be pretty quickly up to the 50s. Second income, sure. So she's ambitious about an extra 2k a month within 6 weeks of poker education. But we'll see. She hasn't picked out a username yet. She needs to pick out a username. And then I need to deposit $50. And I'm not sure. I think she's just scamming me. I think this is a very long-term scam. The 2.7 year relationship was all to see if she could make $50 off me in 2.5 years on her birthday. Just send me some money for poker. Sure, that's how it starts. Suddenly I'm a backer. So Horga Ben, we know, played every hand last time. Ooh, I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to like this. We're 2-tabling now. There's big floppers back, baby. So, some exciting times here. We've got another 1.5k and another 1.25k left and right. So, this is suddenly quite interesting, huh? We need to add 750 to our binds. Sure, we're registered. games. And I'm going to ignore the chat, sorry. I quite like two-tabling. It feels like it gives me a sense of like focus. Tier 3X, again, we've seen lots and lots and lots of this. We saw him also jam the S8 when he was a bit shallower, so I'm going to just jam this. I think we have best hand fairly frequently. Which we do. Because I think he's kind of in the jam in the right hands. Oh, Gonzalo. Thank you so much, mate. After 1 year, please do give me a message on Discord or Skype or any of your favorite messaging software to invite me to do a mini coaching session. And hopefully informative too. GG didn't quite hold with the ace 10. I'm going to fold the 5-7. I'm going to shove the ace. So Holger Ben, we have that one note, don't we? And that's pretty good. Open for a fold. That's pretty good. 3 days all round. So jam the Queen 10. We're looking for a Queen, a 10, a Jack, and no heart. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to register another, just leave it there in the holding pattern. And then the ace 3 here will give a bull versus the king 3 shot. Roger Allen says, how did you get to this huge bankroll, if you don't mind me asking? I had a little bit of help. Team 651 is a poker school that provides all the bankroll requirements. So, fortunately, it is not up to me to provide any of the bankroll, which means I can donk about and try unorthodox lines and don't have to worry about the funds for the game. And even sometimes the responsible gambling people ring me up and they say, sorry, we've seen you've lost a lot of money. And I go, yeah. And they go, can we just ask what you do for a job? And I'm like, I'm a poker professional. And they say, are you actually a poker professional? Because we've seen some of your games. I go, yeah. I'm a professional, guys. Have you seen my Twitch? And they go, okay, we'll just put down currently unemployed. Super, that's what we like to see. Auger Ben snap pots it. I mean, I'm just. I don't know, but that's gonna be winning. The old snap pot with top set. Good hands though, good hands. See when we get to get a note.